that we establish ourselves as a black nation. We already are, and we have been, but we've never put it in writing. So in a sense, it's been unofficial. Our people were the first people on the planet Earth. The ancient Phoenicians were black people, and they were brilliant enough to come up with the concept of an alphabet. Then, while other cultures were still in the caves and hadn't yet harnessed fire, our ancestors were charting the stars and sailing around the world and spreading the message about a concept of communication called the alphabet. Now, if you really think about that concept, letters that form sounds and form words, once you have one set of rules, you can go to other cultures who have different languages and teach them this concept, and then their language can be translated into different languages. This is what we've all been waiting for a long time. Our elders have known it, our ancestors knew it, and we too feel it. If you're listening right now, you're a leader. You're supposed to be listening. You see, one thing scriptures have taught us is that when God says it's time to do something, it's time. He doesn't make us. But if we follow the Spirit that lies in all of us, we can attain all our desires, be responsible, and be the people that we were created to be. This is an introduction to the Black Nation lessons. Our first lesson deals with business. You see, for those of us who believe that the Bible is our learning manual for life, the first two people who we can trace to the continent of Africa, these people had a job. A job in a sense of a purpose. They had a calling and they had a responsibility. That's a wonderful thing. You see, what makes this first lesson so important is becoming de-brainwashed and unprogrammed. It is a good thing to have responsibility and then be able to do the thing that you want to do. And before you're able to do it, it can be exciting learning how to do whatever it is you're meant to do. I have been a student of some very prominent people. My cousin is Robert Johnson, who founded the BET Network, and I was secretary for the African American Film Association. I now also work with the African American Alumni Association, a group of African descent professors that bring their knowledge and their wisdom and their energy to the table so we can gain from it and take it with us. I did not think I would be placed in this position because I've always been a very good follower if I was following someone that had a mission and they were dedicated. But as people pass on, someone has to take their place. You cannot be a good leader unless you know how to be a good follower. Our first terminology is a leader. We haven't seen very many leaders. And we're going to have to get the understanding that entertainers and people that we see in the media, they aren't our leaders. They lead, they're seen, but they're entertainers. It's very important. You see, a leader cares more about those who follow him or her than they do themselves. We have to get to understanding that the individuals that the powers that be have set in a place of leadership are entertainers. Malcolm X said that the media select certain Negroes and place them in the media as leaders. But understand this: everybody has a job and everybody has a responsibility. Our entertainers' responsibility is entertaining. They have sponsors, they have producers, they have agents. Most of them have writers. Oh yes, even the ones that know how to write for themselves still have writers, because it is a business. Entertainment is a business, an important business, a very significant business, but nevertheless it is a business. All of us deep down know that we've needed a leader. And we're going to see some more leaders in this generation to come. But first, we're going to learn how to learn. Other cultures do something called pre-education. They teach their kids before they enter the school system. Those of us who are descendants of the Africans who were kidnapped, slain, tortured, brainwashed, humiliated, we don't have a collective system of pre-educating our kids. You see, brainwashing is literal. It's a science. Now, I don't hold brainwashers responsible for lack of wisdom or ignorance. Ignorance simply means you just don't know. But we have to learn, like other cultures, that we have to prepare our kids before they enter a school system that was set up and designed by individuals who mentally do not have our best interests. Some of them aren't capable. So we have to do it. I've known friends from all over the world, and I've known from 3 different cultures that confided in me and told me some things that their parents told them not to tell anyone, in particular African Americans. Now this is real. See, these 3 examples of cultures knew that if the African American believed in themselves, got the training and skills, had the confidence and the faith, they probably couldn't compete. So they tell them not to tell about time management and how to prepare yourself to learn. So we've got 2 things working against us. We don't know how to pre-educate ourselves before we enter a system that has codes, secrets, brainwashing techniques that influence us and hinder us, shackle us, just like the slaves, except it shackles our mind. See, we're supposed to be able to work and spend money because we're consumers to these individuals. But it's not their hopes and dreams that we fulfill a destiny of creating jobs and becoming multi-millionaires, or just simply doing such a good job that our people are helped. It was designed so we would help them and hinder ourselves. It became necessary for us to establish one important point. We are a family. All the black people all over the world share the same DNA. See, we don't have to love each other or even like each other. But we have to understand what other cultures understood. We need to work together, spend money with each other, do business, educate our kids before they go into the schools to survive. We're going to be learning about other cultures and what they know that we don't know. But now the time has come. This is the Black Nation.